Title: The Whisper Before the Bang, a philosophical tale of the universe's birth. The most incomprehensible thing about the universe is that it is comprehensible. Albert Einstein. In the beginning, there was no beginning. Not yet. There was no time to tick forward, no space to hold a single atom, no up or down, no here or there. Just a silence so absolute, so immeasurable, that even the word silence rebels at being applied. And yet, something stirred. Not a sound, not a flash, a tremor in nothingness, a pre-whisper, a breathless pause before a cosmic sentence yet to be uttered. I, the egg that wasn't. Some ancient myths spoke of a cosmic egg, a great oval holding all the contents of existence, waiting to hatch. But let's not be seduced by imagery too soon. Let's ask the more scandalous question: how can anything be born out of nothing? Even the sharpest minds of physics wrestle with this paradox. The Big Bang, that iconic starting gun of everything, wasn't an explosion in space. It was an explosion of space. But what was there before it? They shrug, equations frown, and philosophers, we grin like cats. Imagine a blank canvas, not white, not black, not even empty, for emptiness still implies a frame. Now imagine this: a thought arising without a thinker, a quantum fluctuation in the vacuum of no vacuum, something infinitesimally small, yet infinitely potent, a seed of energy. Where did it come from? Perhaps it didn't. In quantum physics, nothing is unstable. Even in the most perfect vacuum, particles flicker in and out of existence like ghostly fireflies. This isn't fiction, it's measurable. The Casimir effect proves it. Place two metal plates close enough and they feel the pressure of virtual particles. Space, even the most silent kind, is restless. Now scale that up. Imagine a quantum speck, a fluctuation pregnant with potential. Not floating in space, but generating it. Not ticking with time, but creating it. Some say that's how it all began. 2. The birth cry of everything. In a moment that defies measurement, for time had not yet been invented, the fluctuation grew, rapidly, violently, joyfully, like a thought erupting into language. The universe didn't start as stars or planets. It started as pure energy, hotter than a trillion suns, packed tighter than the smallest dimension. A singularity? Perhaps. Or perhaps that's just the word we use when our equations catch fire. And then came inflation, not the kind you see in economies, but a swelling of reality faster than the speed of light itself. Space ballooned outward, stretching smooth and vast. In less than a blink of an eye, what was smaller than an atom became larger than a galaxy. Imagine baking a cake so fast that by the time you crack the second egg, the kitchen is the size of a continent. That's what happened. 3. Chaos begins to dance. Now that we had space and time, the universe could start misbehaving. Particles formed, annihilated, and danced in pairs. Antimatter met matter, and mostly they canceled out like ill-fated lovers. But somehow, and this remains one of physics' most elegant mysteries, a tiny imbalance remained. For every billion particles of antimatter, there were 1,000,000,001 of matter. That one, that lonely survivor, was enough. The atoms that formed you, me, and this screen, all born from that asymmetry. Uvi, the long night and the first light. For hundreds of thousands of years, the universe was too hot for atoms to exist. Protons and electrons zipped past each other in a plasma soup. Photons, light particles, bounced endlessly, unable to escape. The universe was blind. Then, at about 380,000 years, it cooled just enough for atoms to form. Electrons settled into orbits. Light broke free. The cosmic fog lifted. This first light still whispers to us today as the cosmic microwave background, a faint echo from when the universe was a toddler, visible with special telescopes. It is the baby photo of everything. V. Stardust and sentience. Fast forward billions of years. Gravity played sculptor, pulling matter into clumps. The first stars ignited, fusing hydrogen into heavier elements. In their death throes, supernovae, they created gold, iron, carbon. Every atom in your body was forged in these furnaces. You are, quite literally, made of stardust. But it gets weirder. Some of that dust coalesced into planets. On one, a pale blue one, molecules began to copy themselves. Life, cells, organisms, thought. And eventually you, asking questions like, how did the universe come into being? The whisper in reverse. And now the twist, the philosopher's smirk. We ask, how did the universe begin? But what if that's the wrong question? What if beginnings are illusions of time-bound minds? What if the universe isn't a machine that was wound up, but a story that tells itself, backward and forward? Consider this. In some models, the laws of physics are such that conscious observers must arise. And once conscious beings exist, they measure, observe, reflect. And by doing so, they define the universe retroactively. It's called the participatory anthropic principle. The idea that the universe creates life, and life, in turn, gives the universe meaning, even form. In other words, you are not in the universe. The universe is in you. Maybe it didn't begin until someone could ask the question. Conclusion: the dream of reality. So how did the universe come into being? It fluctuated, it inflated, it cooled, it danced. It died and was reborn. It carved stars and forged minds. It spilled out stories and scribbled equations. It echoed, stretched, and questioned itself through poets and physicists. But more profoundly, it dreamed. And you, dear reader, are one of its dreams. A thought inside a mind made of galaxies, wondering where the thought came from. And maybe, just maybe, it's not done dreaming yet.